What Model Y should you buy? Should you buy a rear wheel drive, long range, or the performance? Now I'm going to go through and talk about the differences as well as which paint colors you may want to avoid. So if you're tuning in for the first time to this channel, I'm a Tesla Model 3 and Model Y owner, and I make videos educating you guys about actual real world experience as well as the buying process. As you can see, I'm in my Tesla Model Y rear wheel drive right now, and we will go through here and talk about the differences between all of the models. So the rear wheel drive, of course, just has the one drive motor, which is under the back here for the back wheels, and then the dual or the long range model also has a motor up front there to power the front wheels. So speed wise, there of course is a difference. Well, not speed wise, but acceleration wise, there is a difference as well as range because of a larger battery in the long range. So it's 386 kilometers estimated for the rear wheel drive, which is what I have, and then 496 for the long range. 5 seconds 0 to 100 for the long range, and 6.9 seconds for the rear wheel. Now the performance goes down to 3.7 seconds and 0 to 100 and a range of 449 kilometers. You will notice, if I zoom back out, so there is a little bit of a difference there, and that is mainly due to the wheels. So it's a 21-inch wheel. So the performance comes with the 21-inch wheels, red performance brakes, the aluminum alloy pedals, which are down here, and so instead of the plastic, they have an aluminum alloy, which you could just buy aftermarket ones if you want. And then it comes with the carbon fiber spoiler, as you see here. So that's the dual motor, no spoiler, performance spoiler. So those are the differences. Looks wise, rear wheel drive, long range, both exactly the same. There's no visual difference except for a badge on the dual motor, which I don't even think they'll show. Okay, they do show you it there. But interior is all the same, rims are the same, unless of course you pay to change them. So color-wise, we'll get to the colors at the end, what I recommend and what I would recommend staying away from. Wheels, you've got the 19-inch Geminis, which is what I have on this car with rim covers. And the rim covers I'm using are actually giving me more range, and those are the Yeslac rim covers, which you can use the link down in the description below if you want to get the rim covers that I have on this car. And you can also go with 20-inch induction wheels as well, which are similar in style to the performance, but they're not quite the same. You can see that the performance rim has a few more spokes and it's a 21-inch. So yeah, those are the differences between tires. And then something to note is with the induction rims, your range goes down even further. My recommendation with the rear wheel drive at least is get the 19-inch and then get rim covers. You can change it up and you don't have to pay a $2,600 option. You could just buy rim covers for $200 to $300. And you'll actually increase your range depending on which rim cover you go with. And if you go with the Gemini wheels, you can also buy the rim covers and buy winter tires and still be cheaper than if you went with the 20-inch rims. So weigh your options on that and what you want to do, what you prefer, but that's the route I would go with. You can get a look similar to the induction rims or the Time rims by just buying rim covers instead of paying that premium $2,600 for it. Next thing, most people are not going to need it, but there is the tow hitch, which is $1,300 plus tax, of course, and that'll get installed in the back. And is handy if you want to tow a trailer, put a bike rack, whatever. Interior wise, it's $1,300 option for white. White looks great, but I have had friends with white and then they end up just putting a seat cover to protect the seats from blue jeans, coffee stains, things like that. So it's best to just stick with the black seats, at least in my opinion. And I love the look of this interior with the wood. You can always get aftermarket covers to change the color of this or make a carbon fiber look-alike, things like that, if you're not into that. And you can even get white covers to make it similar to that look, and then having the black seats. So right now, 5-seat interior is the only option that they have for the rear wheel drive. They're not offering any other options except for 5-seat on the long range either currently. Full self-driving, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I always recommend just sticking with the basic autopilot, which you activate with the stock, and that is good enough. Depending on when you buy the car, you may end up with a free month of full self-driving anyways. So you can test it out for a month. You can even subscribe to it for $100 a month to try it for a longer period of time. And then just go ahead and purchase it after the fact for that $11,000 Canadian. Charging wise, you can buy a home charger or you can buy a mobile charger. I have the mobile charger and the home charger. Mobile charger I keep in the car in case I need to charge while I'm out and about. I've never ever used it. So don't really recommend purchasing that unless you want to charge it, use it to charge at home and take it on trips. Then you could get it. The home charger is what I have just for ease of use. I like to pull into my garage and just plug it in, and I can set things up with when to charge, when to stop charging, and all of that. And it just keeps things simple. Accessories, I'm going to make a whole video on accessories separate to this, so you'll have to subscribe and stay tuned for that. And yeah, so that's that. We'll go over the paint colors again, but we will just run through the pricing here. So of course there's pricing difference of $53,990, $63,990 for the dual motor, and the performance is $68,990. Now if you use the referral link down below, you can get $1,300 off your purchase, which will reduce the price. And then, of course, here in Canada, you can also get the IZEV rebate, which is $5,000 off your purchase. So it's $51,003 as I have it spec'd right now. Colors, 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 colors. So Stealth Gray is the free option, and it's the color of my Tesla Model Y. I will say that scratches, dings, rock chips, things like that will show up a lot easier on a darker colored vehicle like this one, as well as the solid black. Solid black is a $2,000 option, so keep that in mind. It's an additional $2,000 plus tax for that. Blue, also super nice color. I do really like the blue. Rock chips and things like that will appear on it more easily, but it does still look good after a few years. I have a friend with a blue Model Y. White, I have the white Tesla Model 3. White has been great. Things do not show up on it as well, although if you drive on dirty, dusty roads, it does show up, but it's actually less noticeable than it is on my gray Tesla Model Y, as well as a black vehicle. Ultra red, love, love, love this color. Again, you're going to have more rock chips, things like that. That'll be more visible because it is a red paint. And then if it chips or anything, you're going to see underneath. But that's what paint is all about. Love that color. Quicksilver is going to be another safer option if you're worried about scratches from kids, car dings, things like that, in terms of it staying in good condition for a longer time, or at least looking like it for a longer time. So my recommendations color wise are white and Quicksilver if you're worried about scratches, dings, things like that. You're not too concerned about it, and I was not The gray color is a awesome option, and it is a stunning color, and it is free, so you don't have to pay any extra, so that is a great option. So leave a comment down below on how you would spec your Tesla Model Y if you were in the market to order. And if you did actually order, definitely let me know. Let me know, did you get your $1,300 or 1,000 US dollars off, or £1,000 if you're in the UK? Thank you so much for watching. My name is David with Teslas in Canada. Make sure you check out some of these other videos here and subscribe to the channel to find out more. There will be a video on my favorite accessories for the Tesla Model Y, and you can see one of them, sneak a little preview there. But there is links in the description for accessories for this car and the Model 3 if you are interested in those. But stay tuned for the full video on what I recommend